Craig, you get to play with some chocolate today.
Do I ever? This place is full of chocolate, Ted and Jill. First up, though, we're going to be playing with chocolate martinis down here. We're at Cococo Chocolatiers. I'm hanging out with Master Chocolatier Natascha Schwarzer. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm very jealous of your title. We were chatting about this earlier. So what are we playing with today? Because we have an abundance of chocolate around us. So what's the first thing we're going to make today?
So we were trying to kind of think of something outside of just sweet chocolate, your truffles and everything else. So I've created a recipe that is chocolate martinis.
Yum! Who doesn't love a martini, A, but who doesn't love a chocolate martini? So
Perfect,
what
right?
are the kind of the steps that we have to make this deliciousness?
So I have one version that is alcohol-free and one version with alcohol. So I'm just going to work with you for the one with alcohol.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
So, so here I've warmed some cream and some chocolate together. So just warmed it together with a bit of milk and vanilla.
So question, is this sweet chocolate, dark chocolate, white, like what is it? Because I know there's variations.
Yeah. I used a bittersweet chocolate, so it's about 72%, just because it's more intense. If you like that, then you keep that chocolate flavor. If it's more of a milk chocolate, you're already adding more milk to it, so you're going to lose a lot of the chocolate flavor. So I'm saying more of a dark chocolate for this recipe.
Go for 72.
So we're going to take the chocolate mixture, put it into, without making a mess, put it into a shaker.
You can give me that bowl of chocolate.
And then here I have Grand Marnier and creme de cacao liqueur.
Okay.
So instead of Grand Marnier, you could take a cognac, you can take a Williams, but I thought orange and chocolate, this has got to work.
That's one martini right there, or is this a couple? Because there's a lot of booze right there.
This is going to be for a couple.
Okay, good. Not complaining, I just noticed there's a lot of alcohol.
So I've put some ice, just like a typical martini, some ice, shaken, not stirred, right? Try not to make a mess. And then we're just going to pour that into...
And we've topped the glasses with just chocolate shaves, is that correct?
Can you open that?
Oh!
Whoops! See, I told you.
Make a mess. It's okay.
Can you open that top there?
Top piece. It is stuck!
Okay, well, let's not filter it.
No filter necessary.
And then pouring it into...
You know what? It's chocolate. It's okay. You can just lick it off your fingers. Doesn't that look delicious, Ted and Jill?
That didn't work out as well as we wanted to, did it?
We're going to continue to pour these and clean up the mess that we've created, but we're going to come back and play with more chocolate throughout the morning. Back to you guys.
The mess is half the fun to clean up.
That martini looks
tasty
good.
Mess, yes.
Chocolate martini.
I know, great inventive ideas and good for hostess gifts too.
Hanging out with our friends at Cococo, having fun with chocolate, but you know, accidents do happen, Craig, right?
Yes, Ted, the beauty of live television. So first segment, if you did catch it, we were trying to make a chocolate martini leading up to the final step. So there's the finished product actually right in front of us. That's what it was supposed to look like. The martini shaker exploded on us as we were pouring it. But as we went to commercial break, we were trying to clean up, and the shaker exploded yet again, and that is what you see right there in front of you, all over the floor, all over the chocolate display. It was literally everywhere. We managed to clean it up. Yes, so we're having fun down here at Cococo Chocolatiers. Master Chocolatier Natascha Schwarzer joins me now. So, carrying on, what are we making
Forget
now?
about that.
This looks a little more easy and less, doesn't look like it'll explode on us. So what are we making?
That's right. All right, so we're going to make white chocolate mousse. So it's pretty easy, as was the chocolate martini.
Yes.
So what I've got here is...
What are the main ingredients you got here?
I've got white chocolate with a bit of cream so that you can melt the white chocolate morsels.
Okay.
And then here I've got some gelatin that's been soaked and melted.
Yeah. Where can you get gelatin for anyone at home?
Every superstore, whatever, Safeway, every supermarket.
Okay.
Some cream that's whipped and just some egg yolk with a bit of sugar that's been whipped.
So 4 simple ingredients essentially?
Yes.
Besides the sugar and the egg?
Exactly.
That's so easy.
Exactly. So gelatin is a bit more difficult to work with, so the key is always either putting it with warm ingredients, always melting it first, or if you're putting it to like a cold whipped cream, always put a tiny bit of whipped cream in there, mix it, and then put it to the rest.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to get some lumps.
We got about a minute, so I don't know.
Okay. So that's the easy part. We're going to whip it in there.
And again, that's the white chocolate.
That's the white chocolate, and then we're going to mix in the egg.
Just put that over there. It smells already so good. I love the smell of chocolate.
And
morning.
at the same time, we're going to mix in the whipped cream, and then basically you've just got your white mousse right there.
That's simple.
And then you can just pipe it on a plate or into some chocolate cups.
So yeah, we got the pipe there. Obviously, you have to fold it in. How long would you
Gently fold it
till
in.
you see a nice mixture, or till you
Exactly,
see it
until
blending?
you can see that it's all mixed in together.
Okay. That looks so delicious. We're gonna add it to the pipe and then show you that coming up in our next segment. But right there actually is the finished product, and we just put it in these little what are those chocolate
Cups.
Chocolate
that
cups.
we make here at Cococo.
Doesn't that look delicious, Ted and Jill?
I could just eat
so
a chocolate
tasty.
cup.
Yes.
Chocolate cup looks delicious on its own, let alone the white chocolate
He
filling.
chose the perfect place to spend his birthday this morning.
We're going to talk about pairing up your chocolate with certain meats and cheeses. That's coming up in just a second, but we just wanted to put the final touches on the white chocolate mousse. So what, again, were the main ingredients here?
So we've got basically whipped cream,
Yeah.
eggs, sugar, chocolate, and
so
gelatin.
yummy. And so yummy. Okay.
Yes.
So we've kind of prepped a couple, and you just load it up into the, what is this thing called again?
A piping bag, but for those of you who don't have a piping bag at home, just taking like a Glad bag or something and just cut a tip at the end of it. And here I have our hazelnut sauce, but you can also put like a fruit sauce or something just as a bit of a surprise at the bottom of your chocolate cups.
Yum.
I'll
You're
just
putting
chew
a
there.
dab on the bottom, you
Yep, just
said,
a
right?
dab, just because hazelnut is quite intense.
Yeah.
But everybody can do it as they wish, and then
Just fill them up.
just fill them up.
How impressed would your friends be if you served this at your party? They probably would think you bought it, but it's so easy, step by step. And boom. Ta-da! Final product, that is our white chocolate mousse. Okay, on to the next one, because I love meat and cheese, as does a lot of people at home. So when we're talking, if you're hosting a party and you needed to have, say, a serving of chocolate with a certain type of cheese, what are your top picks, would you say?
So we at Cococo have a couple of chocolate bars that are infused with fresh herbs. So we have the rosemary and thyme and an oregano.
Okay.
And so we take those. In the packaging, it'll give you some tips and tricks with which meats and cheeses, also wines that you can match it with, but especially kind of dried meats and intensive cheeses.
So what do we have out on display here?
We have a brie and a blue cheese, and then we have some prosciutto.
Am I testing you right now?
Yes.
And they are paired up with what kind of chocolate is that one?
We have our dark chocolate oregano there.
It's so tasty.
So a really good thing is if you just take a little piece of baguette, layer it with some meat and cheese and a bit of chocolate on top, and then you have your perfect hors d'oeuvres.
And you were saying you could add some wine to that as well. And then
Always.
if you want to be adventurous, you can add the white chocolate mousse or the chocolate martini as a side stick, which of course we should mention, guys. The recipe for both the white chocolate mousse and the chocolate martini will be posted on breakfasttelevision.ca a little later this afternoon. But coming up in the next segment, guys, we're going to show you how to stock a stuffing full of chocolate. So that's coming up next. Back to you.
Yummy.
We're
So many
putting
delicious things.
We're putting chocolate in everything. This is great.
There's nothing chocolate can't do.
It's true.
You could pretty much turn chocolate into anything is what I'm learning from being down here at Cococo Chocolatiers. We should also reference, we've kind of been ignoring it all morning, how cold it is in this showroom because you have to keep it cold to keep the chocolate from melting, correct?
Exactly, yes.
Master Chocolatier Natascha Schwarzer. Schwarzer. Sorry, I'm distracted by all the chocolate. Let's talk about what we got in front of us here, because of course the giant Santa, which technically wouldn't be a stocking stuffer unless you have a giant one, but
some people have big stocking stuffers.
It's true. Some people do. So what are the top sellers you guys have there and the most popular for people?
I think the absolute most popular by us are the initials. So you can get your child or your partner or whoever you're giving them to their initials.
Yep. And we have Ho 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 spelt out there?
Yes, we do. So what a
Fitting.
perfect thing to hang up over your chimney without turning your chimney on. Other popular items are just kind of hollow molds, or you can fill your copper box with any chocolate you like within the store. For the baking lovers, we have our new Rainforest Alliance chocolate, cocoa powders, shavings, whatever you need for baking, it's there.
Oh, yummy.
Also, Yule logs that are filled with a whole bunch of different bonbons or truffles. So anything and everything, really.
And you were saying, because right behind us actually, I don't know if you can get that shot over there, Nick, there's hearts being spun over there. So Christmas production starts when? Because it's technically...
Well, just a couple of months. We don't do everything too early. We like to do it fresh. So I'd say around October we start doing the molds.
Yeah. If there was one thing that you've made that was the weirdest, rarest thing out of chocolate, what would it be? What would your favorite thing be?
Well, I've been
Molded,
experimenting with something molded.
Yeah.
Okay,
or what were you gonna say?
Well, I had been experimenting with trying to infuse chocolate with cheese. So trying to get like a blue cheese flavor into the chocolate.
How's that going?
I'm working on it.
You're working on it? Because earlier, the first thing we were actually showing, pairing up, and actually I want to grab one of those because there was one over here. It's the oregano-infused chocolate, which we didn't show on the table, but you can also add that to your stocking stuffer. Or because you're hosting the party, right?
Yes.
Aww.
And because it's your birthday today, we made you a little happy birthday
Thank you so
mousse
much.
cake.
That's so kind of you. I'm going to devour this when we're done here. Again, the recipes for the chocolate mousse and the martini are going to be posted on our website, guys. Come down here and check it out. It's so much fun down here. There's so much to do and eat.
Happy birthday, Craig.
Happy birthday, Craig. What a perfect place to spend his birthday this morning and a perfect place for you to shop for Christmas.